established more than 20 years ago, and it's umbrella organization for local action groups, national leader networks in Europe. And currently, European Leader Association includes leader networks from 29 countries inside the European Union and also some countries outside the European Union. Approximately 2,600 local action groups are involved in our activities. ELAR's main task is to advocate the leader CLLD community-led local development approach across Europe, and also to contribute to leader CLLD policy making on European level through contributing to different working groups and dialogue groups under European Commission and European Parliament, collaborating with European Economic and Social Committee and also European Committee of Regions. So ELAR do a lot on EU level, but also supports our leader networks on national levels to contribute also to leader CLLD policy making on national level. But also through different projects, as we recently, a few years ago, established ELAR Knowledge Exchange platform. We now implement different projects together with research and development partners across Europe in Horizon program and LIFE program. And we also contribute to bring new know-how to local action groups and to engage local action groups as pilot areas in different European funded projects. European Leader Association for Rural Development, ELAR, is already quite an old organization. I am a lag manager in South Estonia and in Tartu region. In local action group, the structure usually is built in a way that we have the highest power is having a general assembly, which consists of the members of local action group, which are the representatives of all different sectors, private sector, public sector, and NGO sector. So we have members from local municipalities, from village associations, from private companies, and this makes our General Assembly meeting, which takes care of the most important decisions of the local action group about the strategy and financial plan. And then we have the council, which is more operational for local action group, who takes more daily decisions and operations. And then we have management board and management unit with manager and the project managers and the consultants, and this is the main structure of the local action group. And in addition, each local action group is having a selection committee for projects, because as we implement European leader funding, and then from European Agricultural Fund for Rural Development, and we also distribute project funding to local stakeholders, then we have also selection commission to select the projects to be funded. I think all those EU-level projects with international know-how and universities and research institutions involved are very important for local action groups to bring new knowledge into local action group. And as energy topic is quite new topic for leader local development strategies and for local action groups in general. Of course, in some countries they have been already working with energy communities and energy topic, but majority of flags that this topic is new, and that's why it was very interesting to be engaged. And also in our Tartu Lag local development strategy, energy communities are now already in the strategy. So in the new programming period, we would like to support energy communities establishment in our area, and that's why also Renoverti project was very interesting for us. Also, I would bring another aspect in addition to energy community is that local action groups, they give quite big funding for investments, and quite often those investments include also building or renovation activities in order to achieve some bigger purpose. Like if we want to maybe renovate the youth center in order to start providing youth different activities and services for young people, it can happen that leader supports this renovation process of this youth center, for example, and then it would be really beneficial if we can do it taking into account all this sustainable renovation and renewable energy circumstances. So it's very, I see a very big impact actually we can achieve in this field if we integrate the Renoverti somehow into our local development strategy and the delivery system of project. Of course, during this energy crisis, this topic came more into the knowledge of people and local stakeholders that we need to do something because we can't operate anymore that way. So it's to survive and to enable businesses to develop and still have added value if we have those big energy prices and so on. I think this was, of course, in Estonian context, it has been always the topic because we need a lot of energy to heat our houses and so on. But especially in the crisis, it became more and more visible that we need some new solutions and instruments to be used. And of course, in rural area, there are a lot of old buildings that need to be renovated, both on business side, but also for local residents. We have still those block buildings from Soviet times in urban areas. Many of those are already renovated, and this renovation process is running quite fast. But in rural areas, this is still a big challenge to renovate those houses. And what I would say is one more really big challenge is the awareness and knowledge and information even, because I think we have a lot to do to have access to all the information, what is provided on national level, what is provided on EU level, and how rural citizens and rural stakeholders can benefit from these different possibilities and funds. This is I would say the know-how and capacity building are the biggest challenges, and maybe also lack of support, because rural stakeholders and citizens, they would need more support in this to apply funding and to access different possibilities. I think that the first tools are we need a good mechanism for information exchange and to bring these possibilities more into the reality of rural people, and to enable also collaboration between different supporting organizations like local energy agencies, local governments, local action groups, because local action groups are also very good entry points for rural stakeholders, because they are getting anyway ask project support, or they participate in our different events and capacity building and trainings. And I think we need to use this potential. For example, if we invite local stakeholders to our project called information days or seminars, then we can invite also local government and or even national energy funding body to introduce those possibilities. And actually, I also see quite a big potential to combine different resources, national funding schemes and leader funding, and also some other European funds. I think from a local action group side is again quite a good possibility to also enable local community participation in the deciding about project funding, or because local action groups, as I described before, they contain a lot of local stakeholders and from different sectors, and also they have the selection commission for the projects. And if we integrate the renewable energy topic into the selection criteria and into the local development strategy, then they already think through the selection commission committee, which consists of local people, but they think through those aspects. And I think this is also very good for capacity building. And so they can decide also about it, how this concrete project is, for example, supporting energy, sustainable energy intervention. For ILARD is definitely to make project results visible across Europe, to disseminate good practice, to introduce these good practices among local action groups, and I think this is the main role of ILARD. The collaboration of those organizations are also very important, because they all having different tasks, and they all can reach to the different target groups. So it's very important to have this comprehensive approach so that the information and knowledge arrives to as many people as possible. And I would emphasize here also the role of energy agencies, because they run a lot of different EU projects in this field. And to build linkages with rural communities and to bring this know-how to rural communities should be more in their daily actions, more integrated into their daily actions, because they are holding a very big knowledge, I think, and this needs to reach to rural areas somehow. And maybe local action groups can be mediators somehow in this process also, because local action group has outreach to the communities, and the energy agencies, they have the know-how. So to put this together, and I think we're doing this in Renoverty as well. Yes, when I take our local development strategy, and we have defined their indicators and where we would like to arrive finally. And I would measure this success when we have been successful in setting up rural energy communities, when we have had already trainings and capacity building activities in this topic, and when we have been successful integrating Renoverty results into the delivery mechanism of the project funds. I think when we have achieved those three things, then we are. My key message is about these linkages, to build linkages between rural communities and organizations like local action groups, energy agencies, local governments, and to join forces, bring this know-how and information to rural communities, and to support them in setting up energy communities.